been saying some version of, when Worthy's healthy and then they get Rice back, they're going to look like something. Now, the Raiders down their best player on defense and couldn't do anything on offense. So is this a great litmus test? Maybe not.
Right.
I don't care. Looking like they look, all those weapons at the disposal of Mahomes, what do the Chiefs look like to you?
Yeah, I mean, they look like what we expect them to look like on offense. And even last year, they did not. But when you mention Worthy, ton of speed, Rice, a lot of speed, Hollywood Brown, a lot of speed, they're a different team. Here's a good example. You get zero blitz in the red zone. It's all out blitz. You get to his face mask. Now you're getting zone coverage down in the red zone. The Chiefs love 4 strong. You get 4 strong, it pushes the coverage. What does that give you? It gives you when you have a true number 1 wide receiver. So when you pack it all in and you look at like all of the guys that they have now, yeah, that looks like what the Chiefs offense should look like. And remember, when they were really rolling, it was the speed of McCole Hardman and Tyreek Hill. Mm-hmm. Now when you look at them, the speed of Hollywood Brown, the speed of Xavier Worthy, the speed of Rashee Rice, and then you have good tight ends as well. So yeah, that's what they should look like, and they look like it today.
And we talked a bunch about how they haven't had those explosives, and they lost Rice at the end of September last year. So, I mean, yes, you have Worthy, but now you have both of them. And the Chargers look good at the beginning of the year. They've lost a bunch of games. I mentioned the Colts earlier. I didn't imagine on the schedule, Colts at Arrowhead, you're thinking, this is a really good chance to see just how good are the Colts. I don't know if you share my sentiment that that's a really good football team. I know what the Chiefs are. Do you look way down the road right now and go, it's them again?
Yeah, I think it's the Chiefs again. I do share your sentiments on the Colts being a good team. But again, when you look at, and you just say, okay, find the triangle of head coach, quarterback, defensive play caller. There still is not anybody better than the Kansas City Chiefs in that regard, in my estimation. So, yeah, but doesn't mean it's going to be an easy road. Doesn't mean the guys that they have are going to be healthy down the road. And so, but they look like the team that we probably all expected them to look like on offense.
Yeah, but when they were 0-2 early and the Chargers were 3-0, boy, there was so much content for folks. We were always cautious, weren't we? Always cautious. Hey, you got a big one next week. Good luck in Chattanooga, right?
Thank you. You got it.
All right. Tim Hasselbeck will be with us on Sunday. All right, the rivalry that means so much still in this part of the world. Boy, it used to be the best in the end. 74-yard touchdown grab, and it's 17-8. Lamb, of course, injured weak. Absorbs contact, stays on his feet, taken down at the 1. Very next play, Daniels will do it himself. He's not the biggest dude, but he finds some space. He's into the end zone. So 45 seconds to go till halftime, you're within 5. All right, Cowboys, how aggressive will they get? Actually get sacked on the first play. Washington called a timeout, and it backfires. Prescott finds Pickens, and they're picking on Marshawn Lattimore. And then here goes Javonte Williams running through contact, running through tackles. This has been a disaster for Washington so far. Cannot get people on the ground. And then it's the touchdown machine. Jake Ferguson, 4th straight game with at least 1 touchdown. And Dallas answers Washington's touchdown, and Jerry Jones loving what he is seeing. Opening drive, second half. Washington on the Dallas side of the field here. As you see Daniels react and grab at his leg, you're thinking, oh no, is it his knee? Jadeveon Clowney is on the ball for Dallas. It's actually a right hamstring injury with an MRI to come on Monday. Quinn said after the game that he wanted to come back in the game, but this game was gone. Touchdown machine, Ferguson again. So the turnover quickly turns into points. Marcus Mariota, who did fill in for Daniels after the knee injury against Green Bay in week 2 and got a win. That was against the Raiders here. That you just can't do, even in the sunshine. Deron Bland comes up, picks that, and that's 68 the other way for a score. And on defense and on offense, Dallas scoring big. They double up the Commanders and win 44-22. Carson Wentz going up against his former squad. Everybody looking up at the Eagles, even though they've dropped a couple in a row. Minnesota off after a couple of games overseas. And here, push, but check out the Vikings' Tyler Batty. He's just laying down in the middle of the pile. Try to figure out a way to stop it, right? Doesn't work. Hey, Tyler, go lay on the ground and get smashed by like a ton of human. 4th and 4. They don't want the first down. Hurts has time to point to his guy, and his guy is that guy, A.J. Brown. And that is a 12-play, 8-minute opening drive touchdown. Philly leads 7-0. Vikings gotten a field goal, early second. Wentz hit as he throws. Jalix Hunt, pick, Convoy, touchdown. Philly, like Dallas, scoring on offense and defense. They're up by 11. It's now a 14-9 game, and you've seen A.J. Brown score a touchdown, and now it's the thin man, the Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith, on the receiving end of this 79-yard bomb, and he runs out of the tackle there. He had a massive game, 21-9. Sirianni and the Eagles all smiles. This is Carson Wentz lined up wide. The direct snap goes to Jordan Mason, who just barely gets the nose of the ball across the line right there. 21-16 your score heading into the fourth. This I felt like was the biggest play of the game because it's a 3rd and 13 in a 2-point game, and it looks like Hurts is bottled up. But he feels the pressure, backs out of it, rolls right and finds Brown on the sidelines. What a play. Brown had 4 catches, 121 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And now here, buying time again. And there's Smith, who had 9 catches for 183 yards in that bomb that you saw. I mentioned Brown had 2 touchdowns. You saw the first, and here's the second. In traffic, running through crowded area full of Vikings, but they go on to get the victory because Minnesota here down 9 late. Looks like they've got a touchdown to T.J. Hawkinson. They review this now. All right, are his hands under it? It definitely bounces, but how do they know it bounced off the ground? They overturn it. Hawkinson, tight end U, spitting, he's angry. They get the field goal, and this is how they put the game to bed. One more toss to Brown. That's on 3rd and 9. Again, get the stop there. You got a chance to win it. Philly didn't let that happen. He said we're not losers anymore. No, not even close. Kyle Brandt on the way.
Scott, I reached out to somebody I know a lot of people in Wisconsin. We have a photo of the team manager for the Packers in the airport during the flight delay. Look how pissed off that guy is. Look at him.
It's all jokes, right? That was A6, and that was a very bad day. But Green Bay's travel issues caused them no problem at all.